Maasrot Perik Aleph Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah in Maasrot. So in our last Mishnah, we learned that fruits are chayavin b'maasrot when they become, when enu chayav ad sheyaseh ochel. Fruits are chayav in Maasrot when they become food, when they become edible. So now the next few Mishnah are going to discuss when different types of fruit become edible. Says the Mishnah, from when are fruits chayavot in Maasrot? So now we're going to go through a bunch of different fruits. Hateinim, figs, mishe yavchilu. So we're going to go through the Bartanura on each different explanation. Yavchilu, tchilat bishulam, the beginning of bishul means it's ripening, kabui bochal. That's the verb, yavchilu. Okay? Fresh begemara, and the Gemara explains what does that mean? Mishi yalbin roshehem, when their heads become white. I don't really know figs, but zeh hatchalat bishulam. That's the beginning. That's teinim mishi yavchilu. Ha'anavim ve'ha'avashim, grapes. Avashim are, the Bartanura says, are inbei habar, wild grapes. Mishehiv ishu, let's go down and look again. Mishehiv ishu, shenitbashlu kol kach, they are so ripe, ad sha'achartzanim shebifnim nir'im mibachutz mitoch ha'klipa. If it's a seeded green grape, or maybe even a red grape, if you look at it in the sun, you can see the seeds through the skin. Ve'eshkol sheyesh bo gagar echad, if you have a cluster of grapes that has one grape, that reached that level, then they're all considered ripe for the purposes of if I pick them, they're chayav in ma'asrot. Ha'ug v'hatutim, mishiyadimu. Ug and tutim, ug is ilan sheperotav adumim. Let's look at the Jastro. He says an ug is a Venice, red berry of the Venice sumac tree. So if you got one of those, then you should address that. Mishiyadimu, when they become, tutim are berries, when they become red. All of the red plants, I guess they call them different red plants, that's mishiyadimu. That's also true. When they became red, then they were chayav in ma'asrot. Rimonim are pomegranates. Mishiyimasu. That means when they became soft enough that they can crush, meaning the seeds are soft enough that they were crushable in your hand. Tamarim, dates, mishiatilu seor. So there's different explanations. Mishiatilu seor, the Kahati says, when they become to expand, when they become to expand like seor, like grain. Okay? Mishifatchu keseor, the same thing. When they develop, sheyesh bo sdakim. It has little cracks in it. Okay? That's hafarsekim. Hafarsek is, what's an hafarsek? I forgot how to translate. Hafarsekim are peaches. Mishiatilu gidim. Okay, when you see in their skins like gidim adumim, red sinews, when they become sinewy, gozim, different nuts. Miyashasu migura. What does that mean? Mishiasu migura. Okay, when they become mishibadela ochal mina klipa, when they ripen enough that the nut inside becomes separate from the seed, from the outer seed. And it's as if, ochel ki'ilu munach b'migura, and as if the food is resting in a migura, like a drawer in a container. Tahainu otzar, in its container. Or, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, agozim me'ashkedim, agozim, different kind of nuts or shkedim almonds, mishiasu klipa. When they have an inner shell, they have an outer shell, and they have an inner shell as well. That's a klipa tachtona smucha la'ocha. So when it has a klipa, it has a shaving, it has a peel that's inside the shell. Okay, and that's only when the shell ripens. But nonetheless, we don't pass it like Rabbi Yehuda, we pass it like the Tanakama, and it's when it becomes migura, when they're ripened enough that the outer shell and the inner shell become separate, so you can eat the inside without the outside. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, feel free to contact me at arsporter@gmail.com. I'm dedicated to learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.